Are you feeling lucky today? Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're back, you're the best. Anyways, I am the late fire starter. FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early, and I got a late start on it. So you can start whenever you want. If you're 30 with a lot of debt, you can still start. If you're 25 and you're like, I don't make any money yet, you can start. If you're 40 and you're like, I never even thought of this, I've been spending all my money, I don't have any savings, you can start. We can all get there, guys. We can get to financial independence. Anyone, anywhere can. It takes hard choices, it takes some hard decisions, it takes persistence, it takes discipline, it takes possibly giving up some things that you're used to, but it's possible. It really, really is possible. If you think it's impossible, comment below, let me know why, and let me help you figure out if it is or not, because my bet is I can convince you. So luck in investing. Is investing luck at all? Is it all luck? Is it no luck? Can you manage your luck? What is it? There is an element of investing, whether it's stock investing or real estate or all these things about it, that is luck. There is an element there. Whether you want to admit it or not, luck is a factor. And today, I want to tell you about two different tenants that I have in my rental and how luck played a role in both of them. One good, one not so good. Okay, if you've watched my channel before, maybe you've heard me mention my Frankenstein house. My Frankenstein house was a video I talked about a couple videos ago. It has just been a nightmare of a house. When I was rehabbing this place and it was completely empty and I had a guy in there just doing work every day, taking forever because I was trying to save money, he was in there chipping away, but then he would go home at night and it was clear that this entire house was vacant in this not so great neighborhood. Well, I remember very specifically when I got brand new water heaters installed in the basement, and 2 days later they were gone. Someone broke in and stole it. They broke the window, they went down there and they stole the water heaters. I got an alarm system in there, but there was no Wi-Fi to use, so we did the best we could. It just had a lot of noises and things like that. I think we set up some sort of data plan, but the point is, even that didn't work because someone still broke in and stole something. We were really close to getting the down unit ready to rent, and I was losing sleep over the fact that I replaced these water heaters again and I didn't want them to get stolen. A couple $1,000s of just money out the window. I couldn't believe it, and I couldn't handle spending any more money on this Frankenstein house. My thought was, as soon as we could, let's get someone in there, because if someone's living in there, I don't have to worry about thieves anymore. Thieves are really targeting these empty houses, these obviously vacant places, and they're watching you and they're seeing that when you install something, they're gonna come in and get it. That is just the territory of lower cost neighborhoods. The benefit is you get a cheaper place, you get higher rent, so you get greater cash flow. You cash flow way better in these neighborhoods, but the downside is you gotta lose sleep over people breaking in and stealing water heaters. My thought was correct. As soon as I got someone in there, I have had no issues at all with theft, no issues with burglary, nothing at all. But I wanted to get someone in there literally as soon as possible. So I broke all the rules. I didn't screen the tenants, I didn't require long applications, I didn't do anything. All I did was advertise it on Craigslist, just tell my buddy who was doing work on the place, just find somebody, and anybody who called, all I wanted was verification of income. That's all I wanted. And I didn't want 3x or even 2x. I just wanted to know they could pay and eat. I didn't need all these other parameters that most people tell you you need or use. My thinking was, even if they stop paying, I have full-time security guards on site, and that was worth it to me. Even just to have people living there for free was worth it to me. I ended up renting out to this woman, these people. I'm still not sure who's living there, to be honest. But on the lease is a woman, and she gets paid through disability. And she has a roommate who I think also gets disability, is what I've gathered. I didn't know what the disability was. I didn't ask. I didn't care. I just wanted proof that she was getting paid every month. And she was able to pay the rent. Well, it turns out that I'm pretty sure the disability is obesity. What I've heard from plumbers and other people that have done work in there is that her and her boyfriend, who's also living there, or some other person, are very, very, very large. Like, I'm talking 400 pounds maybe. So there's been some downside to having these tenants. They've broken the toilet. They've broken tiles just because they're so big, and I guess they fight and stuff like that. I don't really know. But for the most part, it hasn't been that bad. They're not necessarily the smartest tenants either. You know, they called because the power was out, and we sent out an electrician who just flipped the breaker switch and turned back on the power. After, mind you, the property manager asked if they'd checked the breakers, and they said they had. I have to deal with some silliness with this, but guess what? This tenant has paid higher than market rent every month for almost a year. Never missed a month. Isn't late, always pays. And even these little mishaps that happen now and then have not cost me much at all. I got lucky. I got lucky that I found tenants in the most absolute desperate way, not taking any of the precautions you're supposed to take, and doing everything wrong, and they've been paying, and they're still in there paying, and so I'm cash flowing. Let's take another place. My best duplex, my nicest rehab, nicest location, down unit is ready. It looks beautiful. It's so much better than the Frankenstein house. I hire a third-party service to do the showings, to take the applications, to do all this stuff. It takes months. We go through many applications that don't meet the requirements. They don't have enough income, or their credit's too low, or they have an eviction. There are so many issues, and this place sits empty 4 months. Now, luckily, because even though it's close to the Frankenstein house, it's a nicer location, nobody was stealing my water heaters at this one. But I wanted to get people in there to start making money. We find someone who moves in, meets all the requirements, passes all the screenings, is a great tenant, is paying everything on time, boom, boom, boom. Then COVID hits. Guess what? COVID doesn't affect disability payments, so Frankenstein tenant, 400-pound tenant, still paying. This great tenant who got screened says she lost her job. So we work out a payment plan, no problem. She pays over the payment plan a couple months, and then she gets back to work. So she goes back to work, we take off the payment plan, and she's able to pay full rent again, which is great. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just stops paying. She just stops paying. She starts living there for free. And so month by month goes by. We start the eviction process, and because of COVID regulations, it's really tricky. And then the CDC says you can't evict anyone for any reason right now because of health reasons, and so we had to stop the eviction process. 6 months now. For 6 months, she has been living for free. She has not been paying me a dime. In fact, she cost me money because I pay for her water and sewer. So I got very unlucky with that tenant. My best duplex, best location, best looking, best everything is not cash flowing at all. And Frankenstein is coming through with flying colors. So is there luck in investing? Is there luck in real estate? When you think about cash flowing in real estate, really it comes down to your tenants. Do your tenants pay, and do they stay? If they pay and they stay, you're golden, you're cash flowing. If they don't pay and they don't stay, either one or both, that means your cash flow is getting potentially jeopardized completely, and you may be negatively cash flowing because your inflows are completely dependent on your tenants. And if your tenants don't pay, you have no inflows. If they're constantly leaving, then you're incurring costs and you're missing months of rent. So you want your tenants to stay and to pay. And yes, of course we can create our own luck, and yes, you can manage risk, and doing all that screening process over 100 tenants is going to win over doing what I did with Frankenstein. But my point of the matter is, even if you find the best tenants, even if you do the best screening, you may get unlucky. And on the other hand, even if you're super desperate and you do everything wrong, you may get really lucky. In this case, that's exactly what happened to me. That's not every tenant, and that's not every unit, but this is a tale of 2 tenants brought to you by the late Firestarter today. If you've been with me this long, please subscribe, join my journey. I would love any comments. If you have any questions or ideas about videos, bring it on. I got plenty, but I would love to hear what you want to hear from me. Also, make sure you hit that like button, because that helps me spread the love. Don't you want to spread the love? Let's spread the love. Thanks. I'll see you on Wednesday for another dividend investment video, or next Saturday with another real estate video. Check out all my channels. It's really growing. Things are happening, and this is a lot of fun. So thanks for coming along, and have a great day.